In today's module, we're going to go over how to edit users' permissions on Insite. First, we'll go over to the Resources tab where we can click on My Users. In here, we can select the user that we would like to change. Users have to be created by Dealer Services, so if you need a new user created, please open a support ticket with Dealer Services to be able to do so. Once that user has been created, you can go in here and you'll be able to change the permissions for that particular user. You'll be able to go in here and be able to change these settings here. If they be able to view the accounts receivable, if they're allowed to edit account information, if they're allowed to see announcements, if they're allowed to see the answering service, if they're allowed to open up dealer support tickets, if they're allowed to view and open up monitoring certificates, if they're allowed to view and change settings, if they're allowed to put an account on or off test, if they're allowed to see or edit permits, and if they're allowed to run reports. You can change these settings for whatever you would like an individual user to have. For example, for a technician, you may only want to be able to have them be able to put an account on and off test, and that may be the only thing that you want them to do. However, you may have somebody in your office with higher permissions that you want to be able to have access to more information. For example, opening up dealer support tickets, putting accounts on test, as well as doing monitoring certificates. Once that user is created, you can go in here and change these settings to suit whatever need you have for the individual user at that time, and these can always be changed at a later date. This is how you can do and edit users' access on Insite.